Welcome to Academic Daddy's class. Today we are going to be treating language of social interaction and communication. Let's go. Remember to like, share and subscribe. The kind of speech which does not require prior preparation before delivery is dash speech, impromptu speech. Chike and Co. One who is preparing a speech for public delivery must consider one of the following. One who is preparing a speech for the public delivery must consider context. Yes, must consider context. People you are preparing it for, the age, what they do, their value, what they consider, what they take as serious, as joke, as serious business. Dash, dash, and dash are the three principles of public speaking: speaker, source, and message. A speaker's language may be determined by audience or audi. Okay. Speaker characteristics include dash, dash, and dash. Speaker characteristics include level of education, enlightenment, and social class. Yes. Some people, when they hear you cracking a joke while you talk, they say, is this, is that, is this. So it depends on your level of social characteristics. Yes. Speaking before an audience or a group of people is referred to as public speaking. A valedictory speech is an example of dash speech. It's an example of formal speech. A valedictory speech is an example of formal speech. The existence of two linguistic mediums in one narrative is referred to as code mixing. When communication involves one-to-one interaction, it is referred to as interpersonal. The act of a speaker changing from one language or code to another in the course of delivering a speech is called code switching. The kind of communication which occurs within an individual is called interpersonal. A deliberate strategy which a speaker may use during social interaction to avoid sending a clear message is called evasive language. Imprecision of language during social interaction engenders misunderstanding. Dash and dash are two types of facial expression which give a speaker views about the audience. Inhibited and uninhibited facial expressions are two types of facial expression which give a speaker views about the audience. If two or more persons from different cultures interact, intercultural communication occurs. Which of the statements below is true? So the one true is social threats is one of the things that make up an individual. Social threats is one of the things that make up an individual. The type of communication which people engage in when they use words are called verbal communication. Yes. The type of communication which people engage in when they use words are called verbal communication. Dash is the only animal that has speech faculty. Man is the only animal that has speech faculty. When a student engages in communication, and you know that very well, me, I like to think this is our opinion, because those parrots and all those things, they might be saying what they understand, but okay, that's good. When a student engages in communication with the head of department, the language of the student should be formal, very formal. Inaugural lecture is a typical An inaugural lecture is a typical example of that speech, formal speech. An impromptu speech can be called a contemporaneous speech. Or is okay. Which of the following is not true about speech? Speech does not play active role in the transmission of new knowledge. Which of the following is not true about speech? This particular option, speech does not play active role in the transmission of new knowledge. Two among the principles of oral delivery are timing and confidence. In order to conquer the fear of the unknown by a speaker, he should have the knowledge of dash and dash, technique and practice in speech. Most of the time, once you speak for long or you are used to it, you get the skills that you don't need to think of any of all these things, but you need to know it for knowledge's sake. Technique and practice in speech. Time culture is associated with the use of time in the Western world. The use of language which may not have immediate cues to people outside the communication event is described as meta talk. Meta talk. Dash principles enable an individual in communication to earn approval or disapproval. Constitutive rules. Constitutive rules are the principles that enable an individual in communication to earn approval or disapproval. A communication setting where serials, symbols, and codes may be used is referred to as in-group communication. The theory of language, which believes that language originated from God, is divine source. Dash means that language can be used to refer to past, present, or future time. Okay, let's check for number 30. Option C. So, displacement means that language can be used to refer to past, present, or future time. Okay, that refers to the medium selected for communication channel. The manner in which the sender or receiver of message constructs it is called code. So from here, you do the reading on your own. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, so here is your assignment. Computer. So this is like a bonus It's bonus pass question for those of you doing computer. So solve it, or you get to my comment section for a group link where we'll post the solutions. So you pause the video and try to solve these questions.